My name is Marek Rudak, and the goal of this video is to ignite your heart to lead in personal professional relationships by today reflecting on quarantine conversations. Quarantine conversations. By the way, before I get started, my cat is right next to me. You might hear some meowing. Also, my wife is on a teleconference call for work. So definitely an unusual level of activity given the quarantine. But I figured these will be the best conditions possible to make a video today. And so I apologize up front for any kind of distractions. But the reason why I want to record this video is because, as we all know, and as we all feel, there's a lot of fear, outside, inside. And we feel fear because, going back to the kind of the main idea behind the love-driven man, is because we're losing control. We're whether we're losing jobs, we're worried about our jobs, losing clients. In my case, worrying if I'll ever get clients. The list is countless. We feel fear because whatever sense of control we had, it's definitely a lot lower given this crisis. And one thing that I found very helpful that I want to share with you is calling one person per day to check in on them. Some of them are relatives, some are our friends, some of the people I just haven't talked to in a while, and it's been a very powerful experience. And I want to share you three things that I've benefited personally from doing it, and I hope it encourages you to do the same. And if you have any better ideas or suggestions, please feel free to chat them in. I'm definitely open, and I figure that the best thing to do is err on doing something that comes across as stupid rather than not doing anything at all. And so I'm definitely open to your suggestions and learning how to best handle this very difficult situation. So as I mentioned, I've been calling one person per day for almost a week now, and here are the three things that I've learned. So the first one is it's a lot easier to reconnect than before, because I don't know about you guys, but part of the reason why I haven't kept up is that you haven't talked to a person such a long time that it's almost weird talking to them again, and they may assume there's some hidden agenda or whatnot. But what I found is in the time of crisis, everybody's a lot more open and a lot more willing to forget about the past because we don't know what the future holds, and so we want to make sure that we do our best to have good relationships with other people. And so this is a prime opportunity to reignite those relationships, even if we felt like for whatever reason that relationship might not have been as good of a place as it should have been. And this is the prime opportunity to make that relationship stronger. Also, what I found is that it's a lot easier to have a deep conversation. In a time of crisis, it's people are a lot more open to talk about their struggles because everybody's struggling. When you have a conversation outside of the time of crisis, there's a tendency, and I'm guilty of it as well, to pretend that everything's peachy. But because everybody's hurting, people are a lot more open to talk about what's really going on, about their fears, their pains. And because of that vulnerability, the conversation is a lot more powerful and impactful. And then the last thing, or the number three thing, there's more things, but the third thing, and just to keep this video reasonably short, is that it's a healthy distraction. I mean, the thing about fear, it's addictive, and the more you get stuck in it, the harder it is to get out. And so what I found is that whenever I feel afraid, I make those phone calls. It's a healthy distraction, and when I go back to my day to try to make sense of the situation, I can approach those difficult situations with a fresher mind and a much more open perspective and a much more relaxed perspective that allows me to keep going, because the key thing is to keep going. The worst thing that we can do is get stuck in fear. And so as long as we take those steps of faith will lead to something beautiful, but we just need to have the encouragement to keep taking those steps. And so me checking in with other people gives me that encouragement and gives me that natural healthy break to be able to continue to make those healthy making those steps of faith that sometimes seem stupid when we're in a place of fear. And the more we do that, the more we can approach things from the place of love, which gives us a much better perspective and a much healthier approach to whatever we do, because we do it as we are united with God. So my friends, please give it a try. Please let me know how it goes. And if you have any suggestions, don't hesitate to chat them in. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Until next time, God bless and talk to you soon.